It's Bernard.
So, I've just seen Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan, and my thoughts were a bit mixed. Now, Christopher Nolan is a sensational filmmaker. I think arguably one of the best working today. And he's British, so arguably one of the best British filmmakers. It's widely known that he's been influenced by George Lucas and Stanley Kubrick. Up until now, I think his films have been a perfect fusion of both directors. Entertaining, but thought-provoking. I'm a bit mixed on Stanley, I'm not going to lie. I know it's a little bit controversial, but, he's almost too clever. He goes to town too much where, you've got to watch 15 explainer videos to understand what's going on. It depends on what type of film you like, but I think the vast majority of people like to watch a film and understand it. They don't want to watch a film and then have to spend 2 days researching it. And that's kind of what this film is. Tenet. It's very clever. It's very complex, but it's too much. It's too complex. I think he's gone too far in the Stanley Kubrick route. Lots of people are calling it a masterpiece. A lot of people are calling it a little bit masturbatory. And, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I really respect Nolan. I really respect him as a filmmaker. Like, from a filmmaking point of view, this film is unbelievable. Like, it's a visual spectacle. It's a masterpiece visually. Like, I'm watching stuff and I'm just like, how are they doing this? It's a monumental feat. So that's something that should be applauded. However, the plot, mate, I didn't know what was going on. It's so confusing. And I had to watch explainer videos after to know what was going on. When I was coming out of the film, I was like, they're kind of setting it up for a sequel, which isn't really like Nolan. He doesn't really do sequels. I was thinking, do you think they'll explain what's happening in the first film in the second film? Like, you have to watch the second film to understand what's going on in the first. I watched some explainer videos, and once I watched those explainer videos, I kind of got it. But, as mentioned, it's just too clever. Apparently Robert Pattinson's character, he is Kat's son, alright? But he's called Neil, and the Kat's son's called Max. But if you stretch out Max, that turns into Maximilian. And then if you reverse the name Maximilian, it's Neil. Very clever. But really, it's too clever. It's too clever. Why have I got to research that? Like, why not just call the kid Neil, and not give it away to the end? She jumps off the boat after killing Kenneth Branagh, and then maybe her past self, calls Max off the boat, but it's Neil. She goes, "Oh, Neil," and then the audience goes, "Oh my God, that's Robert Pattinson. That's Robert Pattinson, but from the past, and he's gonna come back from the future." It all makes sense, and that would have been, I think, that would have been far more satisfying as an audience, because I'm in the film, I'm in it, and I feel like I've solved something, even though it's being handed to me. But with this whole Maximilian thing, you got to do hours of research or watch a few YouTube videos, but it's too much. It's too much. Also, for the first time in any Christopher Nolan film, I thought he miscast one of the characters. Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh is a fantastic actor. Not up for debate. Arguably a national treasure. He's a superb filmmaker, very talented director. I just didn't believe that he was this ruthless Russian man. I'm pretty sure Kenneth Branagh's already played a Russian, which is why maybe he got the part in this. He played an evil Russian in a Jack Ryan movie that he directed. That, I mean, it was a bit average. Not going to lie, it wasn't his best film. He'll probably admit that. And he played an evil Russian in that. And I didn't think he was that believable in that either. So I'm just confused why Nolan's picked him. There's so many bad man Russian actors out there. So many bad man Russian actors. I just should have picked a different one. I think the bad guy from Triple X, he's amazing. Like, he would have been far more menacing. All the characters in this film are fantastic. The actors are doing great work. It's just the film moves so fast. You don't really get to know all of them. So you don't really connect with them. If you reverse time, like fire turns to ice and like all this crazy stuff. Like, it was just, I don't know, like I felt like my brain was melting a bit, you know? And, you know, I like to think I'm not an idiot. You know, I was like, all right, I know this is Nolan. I'm going to have to like, you know, I'm going to have to keep my head switched on. You know, that's one of the things I really love about Christopher Nolan. All right. Christopher Nolan doesn't assume that his audience are idiots. He assumes his audience is intelligent. He lays out breadcrumbs. You know, he makes them think. You got to be switched on in a Christopher Nolan movie. And I rate that. I rate that so much. But with this, I mean, it was too much. I was focused all the time, and you know, the only thing I really got was the string with Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, obviously, you know, saves John David Washington's character at the start of the film, and you know, obviously, eventually he dies. You know, so that's a bit sad. But it was like a breadcrumb. You know, oh, the red string. That was a little bit more obvious. You know, in like a really nice, perfect way. The mission at the end where they're going forwards in time and backwards in time. I mean, visually, it's outrageous. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm like, how the hell are they filming this? You know, Nolan likes to do everything in camera, which is probably why this film costs so much. Like, 225 million apparently. Bonkers. At the same time, I was also confused. You know, and I felt like I was confused a lot of the time. And I'm definitely not the only one. I think this is the first Christopher Nolan film where you come out and you're impressed, but you're also kind of like, nah. Like, it's a good film and it's very clever, done by a master filmmaker. And, you know, time probably going to be kind to it. You know, it's probably going to turn into a bit of a cult classic. But I just think it's too clever. You know, it's too much. And I think, and you know, as a filmmaker, I think you need to make your films as accessible as possible for people to enjoy it. And I just don't think this film is very accessible for the vast majority of people. I mean, after you watch the explainer videos, you know, I like the film even more. I just think you shouldn't have to do that. There's a lot to be loved about this film. I mean, the score's fantastic. First time he's not working with Hans Zimmer, and I mean, it's not really that noticeable, to be honest, because well, it's done by a fantastic composer, and it shouldn't be. But you know, it did feel like there was a bit more of a kind of an electronic vibe, you know. A bit less kind of like epic, bit more electronic, which I found interesting. The cinematography, amazing. Arguably one of the best cinematographers today. He's got a great name, by the way. Hoyt van Hoytema. I mean, what a great name. Every single one of those names I'd be happy with. Hi, my name's Hoyt. Hi, my name's Van. Hi, my name's Hoytema. I mean, woo! 3 great names in one name, honestly. Mate, he must kill it in the ladies' department. So, have you seen Tenet? Comment below and let me know. And if you need a video, go to itsbernard.com.